Enlightenment. Have you ever felt like you wanted to just get this show on the road? You know, awakening, enlightenment, the ascension journey. Let's just do this. Today I'm giving you 10 tips on how to get on the fast track of enlightenment. Hey guys, we're diving really deep today so that we can go really high. We are remembering our greatness together. I have 10 tips for you to get on the fast track of enlightenment. Is that even possible? Well, you'll see. I think you will see once you get to the 10th tip what I'm getting at here. So let's dive in here. So, tip number 1 is gratitude. We've probably heard this across the board. Gratitude is one of those things that doesn't really exist in the human realm. It's kind of the outer banks of our consciousness, of our highest consciousness. And we can reach our highest consciousness immediately by just having gratitude. And sometimes it's hard to muster up gratitude. So we start off small. I'm so grateful for this food I'm eating. I'm super grateful for this pillow under my head. I'm super grateful for, oh my gosh, the shoes I'm walking in. Start off really small and then get to the bigger things and the energetic things. All right, so gratitude, number 1. Use gratitude all the time. Okay? Now, the next tip, number 2, is to detach from everything that you're grateful for. So detachment is key to the enlightenment process, and it is probably the hardest thing to do as a human because we get really hooked in and attached to all the things that give us comfort and give us ease and give us security. Yet as we roll along on this enlightenment and awakening process, that's the thing that's going to distinguish us. So detach from the things that you are grateful for. So the shoes and the food that you have, what if they weren't there? Could you still have a heart of gratitude? Okay, number 3, dun, 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 is celebrate everything. Celebrate waking up in the morning. Celebrate every breath. Celebrate the food. Celebrate the day. They have National something day every day. I love looking it up because it's National Pie Day or National Daughter Day or National Dog Day, National Burrito Day. I don't know. But I love these things because it helps us just celebrate. And that celebration energy is high vibe. We really want to celebrate everything. Celebrate that it's an election year. Celebrate that it's not an election year. Celebrate that it's fall, that it's summer. So there's always something to celebrate. Celebrate it and let your energy and moods run high, okay? Number 4 is detach from everything you are celebrating. Again, we're coming back to that detachment, and it's super important with our awakening and enlightenment journey. So everything you're celebrating, what if it didn't exist? Could you still be in a vibration of celebration? So that attachment is key, letting go. All right, so number 5, share joy. Be in your joy and give it out. It feels so good to gift out and contribute joy to the world, okay? Now, and whatever's in the way of your joy, notice it. Be with it. Be where you are. Notice where joy is. Manage the gap. And once you've found joy again, share that. Give it out. Be someone's permission to have joy. All right? Joy is our natural state of being. Have it, receive it, be it, and give it out. Share it. And you might know what number 6 is. Detach from your joy. So whatever mood or vibration that we're in, that we're like, oh, I love this, hold on tight. We have to learn how to detach from joy. So when we wake up in the morning, and we're like, wow, I'm not joyful, I want to get back to joy. This is where we could start to see that we really have to detach and be right where we are. And notice the contrast, and then make some little incremental steps and choices to get back up to joy. But notice where you are and really let go of being attached to joy. We don't have to be in fix-it mode or in stress because we're not joyful. We just have to notice where we are, notice where joy is, and play there. Okay, so detachment again is really key. We are up to number 7. Feel great every day. We have these beautiful bodies to be in, right? We have this intricate cellular makeup that interweaves with our energetic bodies, that interweaves with masculine and feminine energy, flow, and linear mental stuff. We have digestive systems, lymph systems, skeletal systems. Our bodies are amazing. What would it take to feel great every day? And if you ask that question, what would it take to feel great today? Mind, body, and spirit. Ask that question. What would it take to feel great today? And follow the awareness. What physical practices do you want to do? Do you want to do yoga? What do you want to eat? What time do you want to eat? Do you want to go for a walk? Does the body want to move in time and space? What does your mind want? Does your mind want some activity? Does it want some imagination and creativity? What does your spirit want? Does it long to fly and soar and really connect with source? What would it take to be, know, and do to feel great today? That is a path to quick enlightenment there. And you might know what number 8 is. Detach from feeling great. As Rumi said, the guest house, invite anything and everything in. So if you wake up and you don't feel great, bring a chair over, have a cup of tea with that part of yourself. What doesn't feel great? Talk to it, give it some attention, allow it. And just by noticing and that allowance, all of a sudden it integrates, it feels heard, and it starts to float away and you feel great again. So again, detach from feeling great and invite whatever is there. Be sure to ask the question, how do I feel great today? Number 9, live in the present moment. We've heard Eckhart Tolle talk about this, the power of presence, right? The present moment really is all we have. And the reason is because here's present, and we think of in human terms of a timeline, future and past. And we feel like it's out there and out here, and here's the present. But really what's happening, here's the present, here's the past, here's the future. It's all in these concentric circles, all happening at the same time. So really what we all always have is the present moment. The present moment of our past, the present moment of a future, a present moment of what we will live, the present moment of what we already lived, and is the present moment accumulation of everything, all those creations all at once. So future is just possibilities, and the past is our experiences. So maybe we're all living all of that in this swirling concentric circle mix already. So live in the present moment. Take a breath in, enjoy the present moment, and then you move to the next 10 seconds, living in that present moment. That is a sure way to enlightenment. All right, so number 10, you might know this one, detach from any future or past reality. So we're in these concentric circles, okay? And really, what if the present is all of it? However, when we're living in human terms and we're living from future reality and we're living from a past experience, sometimes we really attach and are living from beliefs that have come from a past reality. It's time to unhook and detach from that. And then we're living very often from a hope, a dream, always in the future, right? Unhook, detach from that. Be here now. Be here right now in the present moment. This might sound weird, but let go. Detach from any dream. Detach from any hope and desire. Practice and see what it feels like to have none of that and just be here. It sometimes gets a little creepy. It sometimes feels you feel a little lost if you don't have a hope and dream or something to work toward. And when that shadow comes up, be with it, because there's a past belief in there around, well, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not if I don't work towards something. And that has everything to do with really being okay with being present right here, right now. Letting go of our worth from a future reality, or our worth to live up to something from the past. Unhook and detach from all that. Now, these 10 things are invaluable. These things are required of you to become enlightened. And if you work on these things every single day, there is the fast track. Things move along. So you can get enlightened this lifetime, or you may not get enlightened this time, and that's fine. And let's detach from being enlightened. So whatever that means, right? Enlightened really just means that enlightened is that you become aware of the essence of your light body, that you are, and you allow that vibration into every cell of your body, and you walk that presence and reality all the time. So the fast track to enlightenment, these 10 things. Now, during practicing these 10 tips, they bring up our shadows. They bring up resistance. They bring up arguing for our limitations, perhaps, right? So as we practice these 10 things, notice what comes up, right? Notice in all those detachments, all the areas that we're learning to unhook from and detach, notice where the resistance is. I don't want to let that go. Notice where your ego tries to sabotage you, right? That's when you have a hard time finding gratitude. Your ego has this story that's making up, right? So notice as you go through all 10 tips, what thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, definitions, contracts, all those things, what can you be aware of? And play there. Invite it in. Be present with it. Drink it in. Allow it. Talk to it. Give it awareness. Give it presence. Give it attention. Notice where it is in the body. Okay. So all these 10 things will bring up a contrast of energy. And it can feel dense, and it can feel heavy, and can feel icky. And there's several ways to work through that. And that's what this channel is all about, is working through all that stuff. Again, I love working with it through sound. And so when those limitations come up, or those shadows come up, when you give it attention, you can also bring your voice there. And it doesn't have to sound pretty. It could just be a groan or a tone. So you go to the area in the energetic body or the physical body where you feel kind of like a resistance or a tenseness, and you go there and you feel it, you give it attention, and then you play with your voice there, and you intend to bring you the sound of your voice there. And one, you can intend to be the sound of that tension, and then raise it to another vibration, a higher vibration. Or you could just go there and immediately entrain it to a higher vibration. So your vibration will come through your intention. So intend and then let out a tone. Ah, okay. Go to that area, let it out. And so these 10 tips are really powerful, but they're not going to help you out unless you're willing to look at the shadows that come with them. Okay, so you may call this shadow work, you may call this integration, you may call this processing, whatever you want, just become aware. So these 10 things will help you become more aware of the contrast. So when you're trying to do gratitude, the gratitude frequency is way here, and you're like, whoa, I'm feeling something here. Manage the gap with sound, with thoughts, with um, art, with singing, whatever floats your boat. But it's like just manage that frequency to bring your cork back up out of the water. And all 10 of these tips will help you look at that contrast and that resistance. And then it's up to you what you do with that. All right, so let's just get into some 10 tips on how to deal with the shadows that come up when you're practicing the enlightenment tips and you feel kind of a heavier energy swell up. Okay, number one, invite it in. Just talk to it, give it a cup of tea, give it attention. Okay, number two, sing with it. Sing with the vibration. It intend to be the vibration of the tension. Just by matching it, it gives it attention and it can release. Number three, entrain it to a higher vibration, meaning, intend with your voice to sing something of a high vibration and ask it to come on up. Okay. Number four is meet it with a question. What is this? Is this mine? How does this get better? How old am I when I'm being this energy? What do you require right now? So ask some questions and the awareness comes up for the next step. Number five is play with different thoughts. Okay, we played with this in the emotional guidance system. Wow, this is heavy. I feel the heaviness of this. This feels like a burden, but it's only energy and energy can move. I'm hopeful it'll move. So you kind of go up the guidance scale to higher frequencies with your thoughts. Okay, that's number five. Number six is sit still and meditate on it. So whatever that energy is, just sit with it. Meditate, be mindful of it. All right. Number seven is use the breath. Breathe into it. Wherever you feel the heaviness, if it's out here, if it's somewhere in your body, if it's in a chakra, wherever you notice it, wherever you're placing it, breathe there. So just take the breath there. And along with the breath is prana, right? Life force. So bring the breath there to that space. Number eight, do some art around it. Last night I took a mandala class and it was so cool. We did it on the topic of change and I didn't know what was going to come up. But so this mandala came out of it. I still have to color it. So do some art. All right, take the topic, take the density that you're feeling and start making a circle, making shapes. Awareness is revealed to you when you are doing art. It's amazing. Number nine, you can just clear that energy. So if you are being truly present, whatever the energy that is, it's a past energy and you can just clear it. And so there's the access consciousness clearing, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. And you just say, I'm going to destroy and uncreate this. I'm done with this. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Or just clear and cut. It can be that simple. Number 10, one of my favorites, is just write. So wherever the heaviness is, get a journal, get a pen, and just automatically write. Ask that heaviness and density, ask the resistance, talk to me. We're writing this out. And as you write, page after page, you'll notice it just needed to be released. It's just energy that wanted to have a release. And by writing and writing, you get to release it. So I hope these 10 tips to enlightenment helped you out. And I hope these 10 tips to how to deal with the shadow as it comes up when you're working with these 10 tips. Let me know. Let me know if you're using these tips, and let me know how they are working for you. And as always, we're learning from each other. So please, if I left something out that really works for you, please put it in the comments. You are so appreciated here. Your voice matters on this channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell. Welcome to the tribe. Namaste.